on the pumpkin. Fearful of it, he surrendered. Oh, so that's why he surrendered. Okay. Also, hang on. Tara is camping out on the couch now, so if you guys want to see some animal cuteness, there's the dog, curling up to sleep peacefully for a while. Alright. Uh-oh, I think... Shoot, I think my chat overlay stopped working again, because I can tell that you guys are talking, but for some reason it decided to stop. Let me try to refresh it, so I can see what you guys are saying again. Also, the album we're listening to just stopped, so let's get another one going. Do you guys want me to play the Hive Swap soundtrack? Because I could totally do that. I could use me some new Toby Fox music by James Roach and Toby Fox. Okay, here we go. So let's see. All right. On post-apocalypse Earth, after AR fired on WV and PM from the ruins, he spotted WV's pumpkin, which WV had earlier purified from Jade's house. He recognized the carving of Beck's silhouette on the pumpkin. Fearful of it, he surrendered. The three exiles soon became friends over a campfire and shared rations. WV and AR built Exile Town out of cans, mailboxes, and bullets. PM operated WV's station terminal to submit commands to John as he explored the land of wind and shade. In the sky, another station teleported and fell to the ground. It was shaped like an egg and originated from Dave's meteor impact site, in correspondence with the egg-shaped item he would use to enter the medium. Emerging from this station was the wind-swept Questant, formerly the White Queen. AR and WV sought to impress WQ by crafting a crown for her out of a mailbox. She refused the distinction, instead giving it to PM, who had successfully completed her mission to deliver Jade's package to John in the distant past. The means by which she went about this have yet to be seen. Yeah, so much time shenanigans, so it's so interesting and confusing, all this time travel stuff that that we have to keep track of, because there are things that have already resolved themselves, but we don't know how they've resolved themselves. So within the world of the story, things are resolved, but to us as the audience, they are not resolved, and yet they are resolved. It's Homestuck. Why are you Homestuck? But I am delighted that you are Homestuck. Let's see. John entered the land of wind and shade, Lawas, by having Rose build up his house to the first gate, fighting through many imps and ogres with his powerful new alchemized weapons, like the pogo hammer. I love the pogo hammer. It's so cool. Oh, and his gloves. His gloves that let him do Minority Report stuff. It's fantastic. No, actually Jade's computer in her dream world is Minority Report stuff. Let's see. And entering the gate. This took him to a location beneath the clouds, far below his house. The Lawas turned out to be a large, windy planet full of dark terrain, incandescent trees, networks of pipes, and oily rivers. In addition to hosting more powerful adversaries, the land is occupied by friendly consorts, a race of salamanders. They help John understand the mythos of the land and inform him of the planet's persecution by a sleeping denizen who is responsible for clogging the pipes with oil and trapping fireflies under the clouds. Sleeping denizen! Each planet has a sleeping denizen, which the players must first wake and then kill in the course of their journey through the Seven Gates. Rose's planet, the land of light and rain, Lolar, is a multicolored ocean planet with white sandy islands and pink ruins, and has a denizen responsible for killing all life in the water. Dave's planet, the land of heat and clockwork, Lohak, is a lava planet, covered in industrial steel frame structures and turning gears, and has a denizen of yet unknown qualities. Yeah, right, Harper? It'd almost be kind of cool if they novelized Homestuck in a way that was kind of like the Harry Potter series, but that'd be quite an undertaking. Killing the denizen releases a huge grist horde buried at the core of the planet, which is then used to fuel a process known as the ultimate alchemy. Along the way, the kids are meant to learn about their destined roles in this quest as the Heir of Breath, Seer of Light, Knight of Time, and Witch of Space. Over the course of their quest, the Dark Kingdom will inevitably defeat the Light Kingdom. The Black Queen and King will take control and initiate the Reckoning. This affects a belt of meteors called the Veil, which orbits far from Skya between the 4 planets and Durst, and is host to various lab facilities used by the kingdoms. The Reckoning causes the meteors to descend on Skya, ultimately destroying it, unless the Black King, Queen, and King can be defeated in time. Skya, however, buys time by opening defense portals to catch many of the meteors, redirecting them elsewhere in space and time. Like Earth, for example. This is the generic template for the way the game is supposed to proceed. It can deviate from this model, however, depending on the actions of the players, and the details of the game mythology presented is unique to each group of players and their session. Long before John and his friends started playing the game, another group of players had been persistently trolling them, particularly Jade. They are furious about an action she will take that will cause major problems in the 4 kids game session, and inevitably lead to their defeat. Specifically, Jade will send a package to John, apparently containing a powerful weapon he will need later. But the package winds up in the hands of Jack Noir, leading to dire consequences. They allude to other things she will do that will lead to not only trouble for the 4 kids, but the troll players as well. So Jade is kind of like the linchpin for a lot of things here, it sounds like. The trolls consist of 12 kids from an alien planet, who went through the same process as John and his friends, escaping from the annihilation of their planet via meteors, and into the medium to play the game. Their game session is entirely separate from that of the 4 kids. It has the same basic template with its own Skya, Prospect, Durst, Veil, and a planet for each troll, but separate game instances of these. They also have different instances of the same character templates, such as the Kings and Queens, and agents like Jack Noir. The trolls have completed their game session with yet unknown results. They now reside on a meteor in their Veil, sitting at terminals trolling John and Co. From their terminals, they can choose any point in the past or future of the kids to troll, and observe what they're doing at that moment. As a group, their only stated objective is to harass the kids, which they do so haphazardly throughout different points in the kids' timeline. Though they can choose any point on the kids' timeline to talk, they are mostly resigned to the understanding that no matter what they do, they can't change the outcome of the kids' actions. The 4 most vociferous trolls so far have been Carcinogeneticist, Gallows Calibrator, Grim Auxiliatrix, and Adios Toreador. The other 8 being Apocalypse Arison, Twin Armageddons, Arsenic Catnip, Arachnid's Grip, Centaur's Testicle, Terminally Capricious, Caligula's Aquarium, and Cuttlefish Color, each yet to be heard from. I can, Harp. Yes, I can. I just bumped the music volume up a skosh. I can turn it up a little bit more if needed. Actually, let me give it one more skosh there. Alright. Carcinogeneticist appears to have spearheaded the group's trolling campaign. While he was in the thick of his game session, the exile commanding him from a terminal in the apocalyptic future was Spade Slick. Oh, okay. That's right. We did see that, didn't we? I forgot about that. This is one difference between his game session and John's, who had WV as an exile commanding him. In CG's session, his version of Jack Noir became exiled along the way, and took on the name Spade Slick. Oh, interesting. Okay. 3 other agents were exiled, and the 4 of them formed a gang called the Midnight Crew, and spent years building up a dark city in the future wasteland of the Trolls' dead planet. Another difference in the Troll session is that, at some point along the way, the Black Queen was also exiled, later joined a rival gang called the Felt, and assumed special powers that make her highly inadvisable to kill, and came to be known as Snowman. It was not until Slick confronted the Felt in their mansion that he discovered the station terminal to command CG, and not before Snowman blinded him in one eye, severed his arm, and locked him in a vault. Each troll has a different trolling strategy. and a different rhythm by which they hop around the kid's timeline to chat with them. CG's strategy, for the most part, was to begin trolling them at the very end of their adventure, the moment at which he was most angry with their actions, and then gradually work backwards, mostly talking to John. This proves to be mutually frustrating, though, as John knows less and less about the situation the further into the past CG goes. Similarly, the further into the future John progresses, the more he has the advantage over CG by knowledge of his future conversations with him, and vice versa. Over the course of the opposing directions of the two sides of the conversation, John learns more about the nature of the game and why they're being trolled. And in spite of hostility, they gradually befriend each other through an inevitability alluded to on both sides of the conversation. Early in the correspondence between John and CG, which is to say, late for CG, CG discovers time shenanigans. CG discovers he needs to get in touch with Jade, who refuses to talk to him in that time period. So he delivers a message to her much earlier, months in her past, telling her she needs to contact him when she's in trouble. She will know to do this when her Dreambot explodes in the future, an outcome that has not yet happened. Oh man, that's right, her Dreambot's gonna explode. The other two trolls, Grim Auxiliatrix and Adios Toreador, G-A-N-A-T, have targeted only Rose and Dave thus far. GA has hopped arbitrarily back and forward in Rose's timeline to talk to her. Hang on a sec, I'm just realizing something. I want to look at the abbreviations for each of these things. We have CG, GC, GA, AT, TA, AC, AG, CT, TC, CA, CC. So these are all like different DNA, RNA chain things. Is that the reference here? Actually, this makes me want to... Oh, man. And, so in the flash on the previous page, when Jack Noir went Jack Rogue, there's that one part where Dream Rose, like, she had meow written all over her wall, and then it changed to G-Cat. It's like G-C-A-T. So that's what? Gallows Calibrator and Adios Toreador? Maybe? Maybe there's some connection there? I don't know. I feel like there's some connection there now. I'm just seeing that now. Okay, so Dreambot exploding. Two other trolls, Grim Auxiliatrix and Adios Toreador, have targeted only Rose and Dave thus far. GA has hopped arbitrarily back and forward in Rose's timeline to talk to her, and is attempting to cultivate a friendship with her that now seems rigged through a series of conversational time loops, while seeking counsel from Dave on how to befriend her. AT sought counsel from Rose on how to troll Dave more effectively, after getting severely counter-trolled by him. He is under the impression he rebounded nicely, though. Gallows Calibrator has stayed mostly linear in her trolling patterns, and has done so under the guise of helping the kids on their quest. She convinces John to take a shortcut through his land and shows him the Denizen's palace, leads him to a warp back to his house, and then shows him how to fix the faulty rocket pack he made earlier through an alchemy mishap. She tells him to use the rocket pack to fly up to the 7th gate, enter the Denizen's palace, and kill it in its sleep. He complied with this and flew through the 7th gate, in spite of reservations from Dave, who just entered the medium the moment before John took off. GC also assisted Rose, just after she bested an ogre with ease. She counseled her on understanding her role as the Seer of Light, and the meaning of the voice in her head as an exile issuing commands from a terminal. In her case, it was the exiled White Queen issuing commands from the egg-shaped station in the future. Oh, I don't know if I picked that up or not. Since Dave is Rose's server player, the terminal station from Dave's impact site issues commands to Rose. Ah, I see. That makes sense. Just as the station from Rose's site, which WV found, issues commands to John, her client player. After conversing with GA, Rose found Jasper Sprite and interrogated him about the secret which she found so maddeningly mysterious years ago. He explained elements of the mythos in her land and how she'd need to learn to play the rain to produce the magical. Sorry, I'm not reading words correctly. Let me start the sentence over. He explained elements of the mythos of her land and how she'd need to learn to play the rain in order to produce the musical analog of a genetic code to reintroduce life into the ocean. Ah, so the GCAT. In response to her question about his secret, he simply replied, "Meow." She mistook this for more nonsense, but it was in fact the secret he told her years ago. The 4-letter sequence meow unlocked a genetic code in her subconscious, which she would spend years scrawling on her wall, using those letters in place of the typically used GCAT letters, while completely oblivious to the scrawlings and their meaning just as John was. As Jasper said, she would understand their meaning when her dream self wakes up. I see. Gotcha. Oh, can you still not hear the music? Alright. Alright. Rose's dream self lives in a tower on the moon of Durst. Dave's dream self lives on the same moon in the other tower. It was suggested by Rose's future self, who was fully awake in the tower, that Dave had already been awake in his tower all along without realizing it. This was suggested in a conversation she had in the future with Dave. It was an alternative future timeline, not meant to be. The future timeline came about by this series of events. Dave was able to enter the medium by connecting with Jade as his server player. Jade got copies of the game from the Frog Ruins after she delivered John's package to her past self. She snuck into the ruins while Beck was asleep and retrieved the game from a Lotus time capsule, which had been ticking down for millions of years. The game was Dave's copy from the future, the same one that fell out the window with the impaled crow. Once she got the game... Oh my gosh, what's happening with the... I don't know what's going on with the music there. Sorry about that. Once she got the game, the time capsule started ticking down again, set to expire 413 years later. When the exiles are there... Sorry, 413 years later, when the exiles are there, she drops some items in the ruins, leaving them there for AR to find, and leaving her base jammed in the elevator. That's right, her base. Beck then found her there, took her back to her room, and grounded her there for the rest of the evening. She quickly helped Dave set up the game, upgrading his alchemitor heavily, and crafting the special item he needed to enter the medium, a red egg, which needed to be incubated and hatched to activate. She prototyped his kernel sprite with the impaled crow, which would affect the enemies later, including the Black Queen. The sprite built a nest on top of his apartment's antenna tower and stole the egg to incubate it for hours. A very large meteor was soon bearing down on his city. Hold on a second, I think I need to reload the chat window again. I don't know why my chat window keeps stopping working. I don't know why. Dave then entered the medium through a series of unseen events. Jade was asleep, thus forbidden by Dave from interacting with his environment at all. Jade complied for fear of retribution. Dave was faced with the crow sprite, which appeared to be suggesting he prototype it again with the remains of Lil Cal. Dave consulted with John on this, who was about to rocket up to the 7th gate. John had no advice and proceeded up through the gate against better judgment. Dave prototyped the sprite with Cal. John entered the palace, presumably found the denizen, and was easily killed by it, as was the intent of GC's trick on him. This meant John could not establish a connection with Dave to rescue her from the looming meteor, and Dave and Rose lost contact with her, presuming her dead. Dave and Rose then spent the next 4 months in the medium, advancing as far as they could to collect information before Dave decided to travel back in time to change events. Dave used his timetables to go back to the moment he was about to prototype with Cal, before both he and his past self strongly urged John not to go through the gate. John was reluctant at first, but soon reconsidered and flew down beneath the clouds. Future Dave then gave present Dave all his advanced gear, and prototyped the crow sprite with himself to make Dave's sprite, thus serving as his own guide from the future. Hey, Drakon, yeah, we're almost done with the recap, though. Before going back in time, future Dave convinced future Rose to go to sleep. He suggested her dream self would be unaltered by the timeline shift, and in her dream state, she would remember the events from the future. When Dave went back, Rose's future dream self assumed the position of Rose's present dream self. Rose fell asleep, and on Durst's moon, she instantly woke up. She then saw all the genetic scrawling she did in meow letters and understood their meaning. Meanwhile, on Durst below, the Black Queen again insisted that Jack Noir abide by the dress code. He refused, and the Queen threatened him. He picked up Jade's package to John, removed what was inside, and used it to slice her ring finger off. He then killed the Black Queen, put on the ring, and donned the full upgrade supplied by the three prototypings. He then became Jaxper's Noir LaCroix. Jaxper's Noir LaCroix, which is a name I just made up now. And then after that, you started watching me type in this ridiculous study I photoshopped for myself with my cool horse painting propped up in the background. I didn't read any of that. Do something less boring. Oh man, so we just made it through the recap page. Thank you guys for going with me on that. Real quick, before we go to the next page, I'm just gonna refill my coffee, and we'll be going back again in about a moment here. I'll be back like in literally like 20 seconds. Okay. I am back, and I have more coffee. Yes. Homestuck has killed you. Yes, you are dead. You are dead from Homestuck. Okay. I'm turning the music down slightly because it's kind of loud in my headphones, so... Alright. Let's carry on, folks. I didn't read any of that. Do something less boring. MSPA reader, shut the hell up. Oh my gosh. Oh, poor Andrew Hussey. Retrieve arm from background. Huh? Oh. Cal, please, not now. Why do you keep drawing Homestuck or something? Oh my gosh. The readers are like such jerks to him. Oh, but I don't merely draw Homestuck. Type arrow, I'm about to make a joke. Okay. I don't know why the sound keeps doing that. What is going on with you, sound? What is this? I don't merely draw, Homestuck. I conjure this intrepid fantasy-scape with the tears bled from the wisdom-weary eyes of 50,000 imaginary magicians. I pull heavy drags from the brooms of inspiration, with enchanted bellows marauded from a guild of churlish, mythical dwarves. Vast, bulbous riddle spiders push the silken strands of pure whimsy through hideous abdominal spinnerets, and it is that with which I weave this audacious cocoon of exquisite lies. And when it hatches, a great moth of titillation will awaken and roar and beat its wings, and the powder settling down will arrest the humors of an enormous, terrible old beggar, relaxing the vulturous, leathery vice grip he's fixed around your captive mind. Oh, man. Oh, Andrew Hussey. You are delightful. This is stupid. Stop being a wise ass and get drawing. Oh, man. Alright. It won't be that exciting to watch, though. I'll pull up Photoshop again. Here's the file I was using for the fourth wall. What do you want me to draw? Can you show us what's going on with John again? Also, this soundtrack is really good. Bum bum, it's Homestuck, and Hive Swap. Actually, it's Hive Swap, because it's in Hive Swap. Bum ba da dum bum 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 bum. This is also like so 80s too. This is like, oh, there's a really great 80s vibe to this. I'm liking it. Okay, anyway. Sure. How about if I drag the content from one of the John files under the fourth wall layer so we can make a more graceful transition out of this ludicrous, highly disruptive self-insertion arc? That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, so, when you say previous adventures, Drekon, do you mean the other MS Paint adventures? Because I've only read Homestuck. I started at the very beginning of Homestuck back in May, and I'm here now. But no, I haven't read any. I haven't read like Problem Sleuth or other things like that. Yeah, no, I haven't read those. I might go back and read those someday, but today will not be that day. Oh, and then you can type something like switch walls view to show us what's going on with John. Here, I'll prepare the GIF file for that. It'll just take a few seconds. Go ahead, say that. Switch walls view to show us what's going on with John. You decide that's entirely enough of that. If this website becomes any more self-aware in a playfully self-deprecating yet weirdly self-aggrandizing manner, you're going to drown in a bag of puppy. You're going to go drown in a bag of puppies in a sewer. Oh God, that's oh my. Okay, that's entirely possible, Seth. I would not be surprised if I'm still doing Homestuck streams in like 2019. Honestly. Alright, yeah, we're back to the story. John, answer GC. Alright. Gallows Calibrator sent ectobiologist the file loismap.fla. Hive Swap is placed in the 80s? Well, that would make sense about the soundtrack. Or is it in 1994? Oh, you know what? I'll play it and find out myself someday. What's this? It's your world map with your second gate labeled, so you can go there. Oh man, let me drop everything and go there because I'm in such a huge hurry to take more of your advice. John, please, give me one of your human breaks. I feel awful about killing you, even though technically you never even died, so I don't know what you're bitching about. Yeah, well, Dave said I did, and I believe him. That's just because he and you are best pup pals, are best pupa pals for life. Can't I be your pal too, John? I don't know. I thought you were okay for a while, but now you're kind of giving me the creeps. Jesus, John! What? I am invoking the name of your Earth Jesus to express frustration. You mean my Earth Jesus? I don't know. Do I? Do you have a troll Jesus? Gigas? John, we have the best troll Gigas. You don't even know. Wow, really? Or is this a joke? It's a joke. I'm not really sure what a Gigas is. Well, neither do I guess. It's pretty much not anything. John, will you please follow the map? Let me earn your trust. If you don't like what's on the other side of the gate, you can just turn around. Okay. I'll take a look. Let's open the map. Open the map, I say. Bum, 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 bum. Why isn't this map opening? Come on, Flash, do your thing. Google Lowass. All right, what do we got here? John, here is your house. I cropped this world map for you so you can find where to go easily. Fly north. Also, hi, this is me. Oh, there's a Mother 2 parody poster in Hive Swap. Oh, I love that. I love that there's an Earthbound reference in Hive Swap. That makes me happy. Okay, so let's see, I can zoom out. Fly north. Let's see. Ah! I think we found something here. Okay, hang on. This is the second gate. Go in here. I promise you won't die this time, unless you screw up all by yourself. Alright, let's proceed to the second gate. John, proceed to the second gate. And there he goes. Hey, Sean, go into the second gate instead of the seventh gate. Alright, John, enter gate 2. For some reason, my internet is running kind of slower today. Either that or this is a big flash file. Or maybe my computer just needs, like, some kind of preventive maintenance. 8%! Come on, Flash! 9%. Great. You're really picking it up here. Let me try refreshing. See if that kicks it into gear a little bit. Alright. It's deciding whether or not it wants to reload. Oh my god, yeah, I just looked at the caption below it. You spend the next 20 minutes staring at this image before you realize it's not a flash file. Oh my god. Oh, I got trolled. I got trolled. Wow, I really fell for that. Oh my god. That's like really clever. I was like, why is this stuck on 9% and why is this loading so slowly? That is really clever. Well done, Andrew Hussey. I respect what you've done. Actually, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna save this link and like tweet later about it just to be like, okay, so I actually fell for this. Well done, Andrew Hussey. Well done. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's the gate. Oh, we're back on Rose's world now. It looks like. Phew. Wait, did John, like, transport to Rose's planet? Oh my gosh. Did John just, like, crash land into Rose's house? Oh my gosh. He did! Oh, wow. So, John and Rose, like, unexpectedly are in the same place now. Didn't see this coming. John, get up. Despite the pandemonium of your entrance, Rose is still sound asleep. She must be really tuckered out. It looks like this little guy is awake and ready for action, though. He is adorable. You decide to name him Dr. Meowgan Spengler. Meowgan Spengler. And Dave is pestering John. John, answer Dave. Oh, and looks like future Dave Sprite is in the conversation too. Wow, okay, you're a little early, but that's fine, I guess. Also, you suck at rockets. Ah! What? She tricked me again. Who? GC. She told me how to get to the second gate, so I went through, but it took me to Rose's house instead. Another prank. Dude, you did go through the second gate. I mean, I don't know why you would listen to her again. Kinda moronic, but that's a whole nother issue. She didn't trick you this time. Oh, then I don't really get this. What were you expecting? This is how it works. The progression of gates is like this whole round-robin thing, cycling through each planet. Gate 2 on your planet leads to Gate 2 on Rose's. Then you build up to Gate 3 above her house, which leads somewhere else on her planet. You look for Gate 4 somewhere there, which leads to Gate 4 above my house. And so on. Wow, okay. Ordinarily, Rose would have already gone through her gate. Gate 1. But she's sleeping pretty hard, obviously. And ordinarily, you wouldn't have gone through Gate 2 until her house is built up, so you wouldn't fall to your death. But you got your cheat rocket, so that's fine. See, we all got to coordinate on this thing. Okay, how did you know all this? Fuck, come on, dude. Oh yeah, you're the orange Dave. Hey, no offense, but do you think I could talk to the real Dave for a second? God damn it, I am the real Dave. You know, the one who saved your life. I'm more real actually, because I've been through some heavy shit already, hopping around on red-hot gears and I-beams for like a year, and grinding shit out for your ungrateful ass. Here, look, check out this code from the future, now that you deserve it. WIIN189Q. You're fucking welcome. Gates and numbers and stuff. Yep, that's a great summation of Homestuck's logic. It's just Homestuck. It's just so very Homestuck. Oh man. Wow, calm down. I'm sorry, that's not really what I meant. I mean, of course you're a real Dave, but what I mean is the Dave from my time is also my friend, and I guess he's in the same boat I'm in, not knowing stuff and all, and I'd feel bad keeping him out of the loop. Okay, here's present Dave. That's a great question, Drakon. That is an excellent question. Like, I wonder what it was like for the trolls, because there's 12 of them. Like, holy cow. So many trolls. So many gates, so many numbers. Yeah. That's a great math problem. Like, how many gates would the trolls have? Anyway. Yo! Oh, hey, I think I pissed off your future self. What did you do? I said he wasn't the real Dave. I think I might have really hurt his feelings, though. Don't worry about it. Why not? Because I wouldn't give a shit, and he's me. Okay, I'm in Rosa's room, by the way. What? Really? If only I was still a teacher, Seth. Exactly. Yeah, but she's asleep. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'm coming down to the computer. Okay. Dave is here. He wants to use the computer. Probably to help you scope out Rosa's room and snoop and stuff. I mean, that's what I would have done, if you were alive. So I'm gonna go. Use those flappy ghost wings and tear shit up in space or something. Sure. Hey Dave. What? In case I forgot to say so before, thanks for saving my life. Yeah. Maybe something like that, Drakon. Yeah, maybe the number of gates is just like 2x minus 1, where x is the number of players. That could be. John, Snoop. This is like really perfect snooping music too. That's playing right now. Okay, I don't know what you're doing here, but I think we can both agree that you've got to rummage through as much of her shit as possible before she wakes up. Man, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really like the idea of capering around her room while she's asleep. It feels weird. I'm gonna wake her up. Dude, no, come on! She's out like a light anyway. It was some, like, weird future thing that happened that made her sleep. A future thing? Yeah, those are the ghost gloves, Drakon. The ghost gloves. Where am I? She's out like a future thing? Yeah, shit doesn't get more clear than that. Well, yeah, she won't wake up, so I guess so. But I'm not snooping. Fine, don't. But here, just do this one thing. See those two notebooks on the floor behind you? Yeah, they sort of look like journals? I don't think I should read those. You don't have to read them, I'm not telling you to. What kind of prying tool do you take me for? Just pick them up, you know, like, tidy up a bit since you made a royal fucking dump of a room just now. Okay. Pick up the books, John. That's entirely possible, Drakon. It's entirely possible. Man, What an advance in, like, brain surgery that would be. Like, if you could perform brain surgery just using ghost hands that you could put inside someone's head without actually having to, like, make an incision, that would be awesome. Homestuck! Making advances in the field of brain surgery! Alright. John, pick up books. Tidy up. Ooh, looks like he's got an item code there. Now I need you to do something else. This is important. Like, for important game reasons and stuff. Take the card the books are on, flip it over. So you can see the code. Wait a minute, I see what you're trying to do. I won't tell you the code for Rose's books. Dude, you don't have to tell me the code. Just flip it over and let me know if there's a code there. That's all. Okay, I guess. Yeah, there's a code. Alright, cool. You can ditch the books now if you want. Maybe put them back on the floor so Rose doesn't think you were snooping. Seriously, you've got some grubby fingers, bro. Why don't you mind your own business there? What is even with you? Ha ha, Dave! I think all this laughing made me poop in my pants too hard. Isn't that your birthday package there? Oh, yeah, I think it might be. Maybe you should look at it. I don't think it counts as snooping since it's technically yours. Yeah, maybe. I wonder if she finished. She was so tight-lipped about the damn thing. I am really curious. Oh man, that's right. Rose has a package that she never got around to sending Dave. Dave, zoom in. That's what I thought. Dave is totally just like, just wanted to see the code and get it for himself so he could surreptitiously do that. Yeah, right, Drakon? Like the Sylodices and the Strife decks, like, those we just have to kind of take on their face as just, like, part of this world. Like, it's totally, like, not a big deal, like, that these things exist in the real world to these kids. But yeah, like, what if these things existed in the real world? Like, you'd be able to, like, carry a lot of stuff with you, but you'd have to also, like, I don't know, like, what Strife modus I would choose to carry my things. Jelly Possum, hi! Just woke up. Well, I hope that you are well rested. Oh man. So when I was in Denver last week, one night my sister and I were out. We went on a beer tour in Denver, which meant that we had this guy just drive us around to a few different microbreweries, and we had lots of samples of beer. I think we sampled 18 different kinds of beer. I don't recommend doing that. Anyway, point is, I slept until like 1 in the afternoon the next day. Well, maybe not slept, but I was in bed until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. Anyway, hi, it's good to see you. Anyway, so Dave has the code for those books from Rose's room. I'll have to check Discord later, Cotton Candy Mom, like after the stream. Alright, so there's Dream Rose. Doing Dream Rose things. That's such a cool pose. What is she doing? What's she doing with her yarn? What are you up to, Dream Rose? What shenanigans? Yes, Jelly, there's people were talking about the Hive Swap soundtrack, so I was like, hey, we just ended an album. Do you guys want to listen to Hive Swap? And I think I had one yes. I think anyway, yes, we're using Hive Swap. I haven't played Hive Swap yet, by the way. I really want to stream Hive Swap, but I don't know yet when I can fit that into my schedule. Because my schedule's pretty packed right now. I might play Hive Swap sometime in 2018. I really want to stream it. But we'll see. Alright, Cotton Candy Mom, thanks for hanging out. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Alright, oh, Dream Dave is doing stuff. And Dream Lil Cal is right there with him. Yarn bonk! Oh my gosh. Oh, Dream Dave was asleep. Oh, now real Dave has gone to sleep. Did the yarn bunk cause him to fall asleep? Because that's awesome. Oh, no. What happened was the yarn bunk caused Dream Dave to wake up. And Dream Dave waking up caused real Dave to fall asleep. Oh, Dream Dave is stirring now. Got a lump on his head. There's Dream Rose being like, oh, hi. Hello. Oh, man. So Dream Dave has Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff drawn on his walls. That's amazing. What is the difference, Drakon? I could not tell you what the difference is. I feel like, aren't they really the same thing? Alright, let's check Rose's bookshelf. You eye your birthday package again curiously. It's awfully tempting to peek inside, but you feel guilty about it for some reason, even though it's yours anyway. You suppose a perusal of her bookshelf would be harmless enough, just a bunch of books. The knowledge within is meant for everybody. Dave pesters you with the message, TG, absolutely. Oh, because he fell asleep at the keyboard and like bashed his head. Well, you decide not to bother dignifying with a whole pester log ordeal because it's probably just him being a truculent jackass again, so screw him. Truculent jackass. Check the file name for that bottom picture on the previous page. Why do I want to check the file name? Let me see if I can, the file name is retcon? Retcon.gif? It's interesting. What is being retconned, I wonder? Anyway, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Truculent jackass. Good. Look at book. #1 New York Times bestseller. This Ocean Charles, the big man, has the answers. Charles Barkley. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. You find a book full of beautiful poetry and groundbreaking philosophical thinking by American sports legend Charles Barkley. These are words to cherish. This is a man to treasure. So that's making me laugh right now because Lauren the Flute, for those of you who don't know her, just recently finished streaming Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. I feel like, hang on, I need to post this page in her Discord real quick. Hang on a sec. Sorry guys, I'm just posting this page in Discord because I think it's apropos for where I'm posting it. Okay, there we go. Carrying on. Oh, okay, Drakon. So there's an unretcon version if I remove retcon from the file name. Okay, let me. Yeah, I agree, Harper. I just turned down the volume a bit, but yeah, this is loud. So let me go back to that retconned image and see what the non-retconned version is. This is a cool little tidbit that I didn't know about. Alright, so let's Let's remove retcon from the file name, see if we can get the old one. So I'm not seeing. Is there a difference between the two? Oh, hold on. Oh, I am seeing a difference. So retcon has like a little black glob on the whichever machine that is. Like here's the original one. There's a black glob that is not there. If you look on the left side, and then here's the retcon version. It has a black glob there. Interesting. I wonder. Cruxtruder. Yes, thanks, Dracon. Interesting. So I wonder what the significance of that is. I suppose we'll find out later on. Anyway, let's go back to Charles Barkley. Alright, let's take a book. You capture log Rose's autographed copy of This Ocean Charles. Jewels of wisdom like this don't just fall into your lap every day, and shouldn't be parted with lightly. You doubt she'll mind if you borrow her book. She's always trying to get you to read her weird books anyway. John, oh, just open the package already. You can't take it anymore. You're going to see what's inside. It's another stuffed bunny. John, I never got to thank you properly for your gift. Yes, the words were there. Sorry. Sorry, let me start over. John, I never got to thank you properly for your gift. Yes, the words were there. Language comprising the familiar veneer of gratitude rubbing off with each tired favor traded for. A God bless to a sneeze, or a few pennies cradled in the receipt. Perhaps it's the deplorable romantic in me, but I thought your present and your friendship demanded reciprocation surpassing by some degree the utterly meaningless. The proper things, I thought, would be a demonstration that your offering was not in vain. Yes, maybe some would take your suggested alternative to my gloomy preoccupations as a passive-aggressive jab, but I know you didn't mean it in that way. In fact, I'm sure reading about it now is the first time the notion has occurred to you. John, please stop rolling your eyes. The letter is down here. The gift in this box is a resurrection. I used your present to thread life anew into a tattered heirloom. As long as I can remember, its black, greasy appendages have been tethered limply to its ratty, porous carriage. Too delicate to wash, too dear to discard. I used to love this rabbit. Now, he's yours. I trust you'll find this to be adequately sentimental. Happy birthday, Rose. Oh, so Rose, like, fixed up, like, her old toy bunny for John as, like, a present to give to him to show that, like, she, like, got good at knitting. That is, like, really sweet. Also, that's interesting, because Dave gave John a bunny for his birthday. Rose gave John a bunny for his birthday. So is Jade gonna also give John a bunny for his birthday? And, like, what's the significance of that? Is, like, John going to, like, get, like, 3 bunnies of power or something? I don't know. Anyway, John, put the bunny back in the box. Oh my god! Chaos Dunk? Holy cow, this is totally a Barkley Shut Up and Jam reference. Oh my god. No way. Holy cow. I am... I can't believe there's a... I kind of can believe, but I can't believe we're seeing a Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden reference here. Holy cow. That is amazing. Hang on a sec. Okay, sorry. Whoa! This track! This is also on the Undertale soundtrack. Dun da dun da da. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum ba. Oh my god. I know Toby Fox did this track. This is on the Undertale soundtrack as like Spook Tune and Spook Wave in Napstablook's house. Oh my god, I'm delighted. I'm very delighted. I'll have to go back and check that later, Drakon. But, oh my gosh. That is amazing. Anyway. Sorry guys, I keep getting distracted because like there's these references happening and things that delight me, all that stuff. Oh, is that the end of the Hive Swap soundtrack? Oh my gosh. Sorry, my brain's just all over the place. Yes, that is the end of Hive Swap soundtrack. Let us listen to something else. Actually, I want to throw Volume 10 back on because I love Volume 10. I love Volume 10. Especially the first track, Kriata. Love the first track of this album. Okay. This gift from Rose is so cool! 2 sweet bunnies on one birthday? What are the odds? In a fit of enthusiasm, you shut up and jam the bunny back in the box, executing a textbook chaos dunk. Millions would have perished if everything in the ocean weren't dead already, that is. Oh, man. You gently chaos dunk the fragile bunny back in the box and captcha-log it. It is such a nice present. You will have to write Rose a thank you note and tuck it under her hairband or something. Wait, no. That would probably be creepy. This bunny reminds you that you still have a salamander in your Silodex. Oh my gosh, that's right. She's holding the bunny Dave got you. It's sort of uncanny how similar they are, aside from the knitted enhancements. Seriously, what are the odds? So weird. On the other hand, it's Homestuck, so... John, deploy beloved daughter. You release dear, precious Casey. She was probably getting antsy in that card. You think you'll leave her here with Rose. A dangerous quest is nothing to embark on with a sweet, innocent little girl stashed in your inventory. You aren't actually sure if she is a girl, though. You don't even know if salamanders can be girls. Aren't they hermaphrodites or something? You don't know anything about biology, unless it is biology that has to do with ghosts and slime. But even you don't actually know anything. You just sort of like to pretend you do. Looks like a troll is bugging Rose. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Bum ba da. Alright, let's take a look at the pester log. Grim Auxiliatrix began trolling Tentacle Therapist. I'm supposed to antagonize a few members of your trivial species. I have to start somewhere, and some when. So I'm starting with you, and now. It's going to be pointless and unpleasant. Mostly for me. Actually, you know what? I'm not really feeling this at all. Goodbye. She's not here right now, she's asleep. But okay, see you. Is this your human sarcasm that I've heard about, that you always use, and that is basically a terrible way to communicate? No? I thought that was the thing you did. The rose human specifically. Oh, yeah. That's me. I am the rose human. Look at me. I am so smart with all these snooty words and complicated things to say. I am the queen of books. Okay, these are definitely insincere statements. Why do you work so hard at being so awful? I'm so burned. These burns are crazy. Can we just cut to the chase and be friends already? These cat and mouse games are so dumb. You know we're just going to all be friends at some point anyway. Have we spoken before? I don't know. Maybe? It's hard to keep track with all your time nonsense. Now that I think about it, it is pretty conceivable that I will talk to you again in the past after this conversation. That's because you guys always do things the hard way, and the dumb way. I should figure out how the viewpoint feature of this application works, so I can see what such a primitive creature looks like. Well, I know what you guys look like. You look kind of like Howie Mandel from Little Monsters. Even though, to be perfectly frank, he was kind of a big monster, because he was a big goofy adult. And Fred Savage was like his child prankster sidekick. Is this an adversary you have encountered on your quest? No, it's a movie. You should ask John about it because he thinks it's awesome, which it is. It seems you put stock in John's assessment of things, even really uninteresting things that are pretty terrible to listen to. He is either the leader of your party, or you hold whatever the human equivalent of mating fondness for him is. Yeah, I got him this really cool bunny for his birthday, and it's really nicely knitted and everything. Because I am basically in love with him, you are right. Okay. Just kidding. I'm sure John knows it's because I'm really thoughtful, and I bet he really appreciates the present, and would say thank you if he were here. Okay, human courtship is definitely a strange thing, and it's sort of blowing my mind listening to this. I think I'll talk to someone else now. Why don't you talk to John? Maybe. When along his timeline would you recommend communicating with him? Oh man, I don't know. Why don't you pick the time that will make the most complicated mess out of everything imaginable? You know that's what you're gonna do anyway. Oh yeah, Jelly? That's awesome. I mean, because the challenge of like picking a voice for some of these characters is that like really I don't get a big sense of their personalities except through like these chat logs. Like the friends, I at least like see them more often than I see the trolls. I mean, like, we have seen, like, pictures of the trolls, but, like, I really can't keep track of that in my head. So, that's why, especially for you guys watching on YouTube, that's why the voices that I do for these trolls are kind of, like, different every time. And I'm sorry about that. When along his timeline would you recommend communicating with him? Why don't you pick the time that'll make the most complicated mess of everything imaginable? You know what you're going to do anyway. Considering that you're obviously not that smart, and basically understand whipping, bun-winged fuck all about even the most elementary temporal mechanics, I am a bit perplexed as to why I find myself so vehemently fondling the short end of the antagonism stick here. Kind of irritating. I'm going to talk to your comrades, this John human, and figure out what's going on. Okay, if you talk to him in the past, he'll understand even less buggy-whipped fuck-all about time, and he'll be confused. So maybe paste something from this conversation to him? I don't know. And if you talk to him in the future, he'll probably know all this stuff, like things you've said to him but haven't said yet. And then you'll be confused. Sorry, that's just how this works. Don't say I didn't warn you. Consider me fully briefed on the matter. Until next time, Rose. Next time in the past. Yeah, bye. I love that he added a parenthetical in there. Like, he actually typed it out. Alright. What's happening here now? Alright, so we're back with the... Oh, so we're actually, like, seeing the trolls now. Oh, and that one troll really is blind. I remember there being a blind troll. Oh, so now they're chatting with each other. Twin Armageddons! That's a new troll that we haven't seen yet. If you're not too busy still setting up the network, perhaps you could come show me how to activate the viewport. I am in fact too busy still setting it up. Whoa, here's an idea. Press F1. My keyboard is missing the F1 key. Lies. Don't bother me, I'm not in the mood. If I see one more snarl of wires... kind of jutting out and being tangled or whatever, I am going to perform some sort of athletic fucking somersault off the deep end and get a call from the president or some shit. So go away. You used to like to talk more. If I recall, I was typically the one who would solicit reprieves from your nonsense, so I don't know what happened. That was before I knew we were all going to die, and no one believed me. And now look at you all. All believing me suddenly. Uncanny. Then why are you doing this, setting up these stations for us? To get you all off my bulge about it, but I won't troll any of them personally, no way. Kind of juvenile. But you guys go knock yourselves out, okay? See the menu up top? Fiddle around with that till you open the viewport. I did fiddle with it, to no avail. If you can't figure shit out by fucking around, you don't belong near computers. Kind of like with registered sex offenders in schools. If you move to a new town, you have to go up to your neighbor's door and warn them about how stupid you are, and give them a chance to hide all of their innocent technology and vandalize your house. Oh my gosh. What's up with their glasses? It's like 2 different colors. Oh my god! They took the F1 key. That is hilarious. F1 bonk. Oh my gosh. Hassle. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic. Is that the Gemini symbol? Is Twin Armageddon's the Gemini? Ah, that's my troll. I'm a Gemini. Oh man, that troll has cool glasses. That is awesome. Cool. I'm happy with that. Alright. Rose and Dave, shut up and jam. There's gonna be sound on this one. So let's see what's going on with Rose and Dave shutting up and jamming. Oh, I can click on this? Oh, I remember this track off one of the albums. No, Drakon, that didn't... Well, I haven't really had to control click on any of these flashes anyway. Like, they've just been, like, loading for me. Either that, or I've just been doing it subconsciously. And I didn't. But point is, no, I totally fell for it. Oh my gosh. I warned you about stairs, bro! I warned you! This is awesome. Dave shows you some of his sweet gear. Wow, he is so cool. Oh, there's no more music now. Okay, it's cycled back through. Alright, I'm ready to carry on here. Rose is looking unimpressed. Oh, she's being bothered by Cal. And kicks Cal out the window. First, be the pony. Second, follow mom. You are now the pony. You stand outside some ruins which your beloved master's mother entered recently. Outside, you find a striking scarcity of oats or greenery or anything at all that is delicious to chew on. This is as compelling as a reason. This is as compelling a reason as any to follow her inside. Time shenanigans. Yes. Enter. You go in the ruins. Your clopping hooves echo throughout the cavernous and foreboding environment, but you are too stupid to be nervous. Your powerful snout detects the scent of Rose's mom. She went this way. Go, Maplehoof. Follow the scent. Good grief, look at all this grist. A large and terrible monster must surely have been slain here. Collect the grist, Maplehoof. You pick up all the grist and store it in Rose's grist cache. This is entirely too much grist of too many exotic types for such a low-level player, but you'll take it. You don't look a gift horse in the pink heart tattoo. The grist overflow is gathered by the grist gutter utility supplied by Grist Torrent. It is stored and gradually redirected to other players. Oh, that's handy. Proceed, Maplehoof. Rose's mom stands on a small platform and disappears. You are a little nervous about transportalizing yourself. As a quadruped, grizzly bisection strikes you as a very real possibility, even though you're too dumb to think of such things. Oh my goodness. What a talented horse. What a talented pony. John, first, be the hat. Second, find Dad. Rose stops being the pony just in time for John to start being the hat. I love how you can just, like, be like, hey, you, be a thing. You, be another thing. And then it's like, okay, you're a thing now. I don't understand how John is a hat, though, but Homestuck. The breeze carries you to where you need to go. You settle in front of a man in sore need of a fresh hat. He gathers the clean hat, along with a shoe he found through similarly serendipitous means, to replace the one he lost. That's Jade's grandpa in the distance, with the Colonel Sassacre's book. They gaze at each other. Oh, is John's dad following Jade's grandpa inside? Where are they transportalizing to? Really, Jelly? Oh, man. I'm so curious. I mean, don't tell me, but that's interesting to know. John, visit Rose's alchemitor. So the adults are all transportalizing somewhere. But where? Are they all going to the same place, perhaps? You decide to try out the code Dave Sprite gave you. Make an item. That is a hell of a lot of grist. Fear no anvil. This thing is huge and costs a fortune. 500,000 pieces of build grist, garnets, diamonds, and gold, and a single piece of quartz. There's no way you can make that, let alone wield it, even with your ghost gloves. So let's shrink it down. Man, this thing looks sweet. You use the alchemitor's scaling upgrade to reduce it to a more manageable and affordable size. You make a weapon called Fear No Anvil. Alright. It's Pester Dave Sprite. So, what is this? The thing the code made. Really powerful hammer. How do you know? I thought you couldn't use hammers. I can't. Better be, though. Got it from Hephaestus. Who's that? Really tough to kill, dude. You killed him for it? Nope. How'd you get it then? Shenanigans. Okay. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Rose, check out Dave's computer. It seems you have a visitor. Wait, so Dream Rose is like, is she disappearing? Teleporting somewhere? Where is she going? Oh, Rose is waking up. I see. Okay, so Rose is awake. It looks like we're gonna go back to the trolls on the next panel. But I am noticing it is, it's just after 12 o'clock my time, so I am gonna go ahead and wrap things up for now. So when we pick back up with Homestuck next Saturday, this is where we'll pick up. I don't know how much of Act